right, brother, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. How are you?
I am living the dream. I'm so glad to have you, and I'm looking forward to asking you a bunch of questions and letting the fragrance community get to know you.
I'm going to do my best to answer all of them as best as I can. But before we get into that, I would love to say thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I was surprised when you asked me. I thought it was the big dogs, you know?
No,
Playground.
no way. And you're a big dog in my eyes, so no,
Oh,
man.
man.
I want to bridge the community, and I want to bring us all together. And I know to maybe make some noise and get noticed, I probably had to get some of the bigger guys, and then hopefully some of the little channels would jump on once they saw that I interviewed some of the bigger channels. But I don't look at people big or small. Everybody's equal to me, and I just wanted to get everybody the recognition and let not just the recognition, but we bridge the gap so we can all get to know each other and
That's right.
inspire. You have a story that'll inspire people, and from doing this, I know I've already been energized, as I've told you off camera. So and I know other people have come in my comments and told me they've been energized as well. So it's been a lot of fun for me.
Yeah,
I'm blessed to have you. Thank you.
This is a great thing that you have going on, and that's what makes you and your channel special. So for you who's watching this, you better subscribe to this, man.
Do it.
There's no or else. I mean, I'm not really the threatening type, but just do it because it's the right thing to do.
I know a guy. If you don't do it, I know a guy. No, I'm just kidding.
You won't be able to sleep well.
So what I usually do is have all the guests just right off the bat, whatever you're willing to share, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up. Are you married? If you want to share what you do on the side, you don't have to be specific, but just any little information tidbit you want to give the viewers to get to know you.
Okay, so let's see. My name is Dave. I live on the East Coast. Not married. I have a girlfriend though. I have 2 children, and I'm in retail. That's what I do.
Awesome. 2 children. That's a full-time job in and of itself, trying to make YouTube videos. Right?
Believe it or not, most of my YouTube videos are made at night, or if they come out like during the day, then I'm shooting and filming while I'm off. So, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, what's the event or situation or circumstance that inspired you to be a YouTuber with fragrances? Or how'd you get involved in fragrances? Either one.
Sure. So I've been exploring the world of men's grooming, as I like to say, since 2014 or 2015. Wow. Started getting into fragrances in about 2017. I got serious about collecting them about 2 years ago is when I really got serious about collecting them. I've always been fascinated by scents. I've said that a couple videos ago. I've always been fascinated by the aroma of maybe, somebody cooking and things of that nature, going outside and just kind of taking it all in and just kind of smelling what you smell, whether it be, now that spring is coming, whether it be the trees that surround you, the grass, the flowers. I like to take it all in. I'm legitimately addicted to scents.
Okay, awesome.
Love it.
So you said a couple of videos ago, and I don't think I said at the beginning, you're Dave, and your name of your channel is?
Cali's Groom Room.
Okay, and I'm going to put a link in the description down below, so after you watch the video, they'll be able to find you quite easily, and go subscribe to you as well, because I love your channel. It's very informative, it's fun, and sometimes can be humorous as well, but also it has the perfect balance of seriousness at the same time. So I really enjoy it. So anyways, check that channel out, guys. So that's kind of how your foray in started out, more so as a groomer, but you've just always been kind of interested or enamored with scents and stuff like that. I get that. I mean, I know like around springtime, because I like sports, I always like the smell of grass when I was playing baseball, fresh cut grass. And, for some weird reason, when I used to do chores around the house and go to cut the grass, I kind of like the smell of gasoline and the lawnmower and things like that. So I get it.
So then, does that mean when you go cut the grass, do you spray on Fahrenheit?
I don't have that one. I had that one back in the 90s, and I haven't owned it since.
Oh,
I know, right?
you got to get it, man. You
It
have
is.
to do it. Get
It's
the
complex.
get the Parfum.
Long lasting.
Long lasting in that there's not as much of a petro vibe in that one
Yeah.
as there is in the EDT, but
It's crazy how the Parfumes always seem to smooth down when they do a Parfum version of any company. It always seems to smooth it down a little bit. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay. So you've been doing fragrances for a while. When did you really first start collecting? Do you remember what year that was? Like really, you noticed, you looked up and you had, okay, I don't just have one bottle, you have like 10, 15.
it probably, okay, so probably 2018, I would say.
Okay. And have you ever had a problem with it since you've gotten started collecting fragrances and really dove in? Obviously, you're passionate about it because you started a YouTube channel. I know it's not just about fragrances, but I know you do the hair care and the beard stuff. But have you ever found it to be somewhat embarrassing to let people know that you do it, or has it ever held you back from telling people what you do? No.
Hell no.
Okay, good.
No, it doesn't matter to me. People are always going to have their opinions and always going to say, this and that. Like, why are you into that? That's weird. Well, no, you're the weirdo, not me. I don't care.
Right. No, you'd be surprised at how many of these interviews I've done where they've said, some of the guys have told me there was some trepidation about it. And I kind of know where you're coming from, but I also get where they're coming from because I don't know if you've seen any of, this is not about me, by the way, but I don't know if you've seen any of my videos. How I get my fragrances is I donate plasma, and the money I make from that, I'm able to afford it. And because that keeps the guilt, because I know talking in DM, some people talk about the guilt they have on how much they spend. And that keeps the guilt off me because I call it throwaway money. But I know some people feel guilty for spending that much money. And like, I know when my mother-in-law comes over to babysit the kids and I go out on a date with the wife, I know, if they're normal people, they probably snoop into my room and probably see thousands of fragrances up on my dresser and thinking this kid could get him and his wife out of debt instead of buying all these fragrances. So, I know where people are coming from with that.
Absolutely. And the reality is that I would never put my family in danger.
Right. I know.
Harm's way of a financial situation. So when there comes a point where it's like, okay, we need to pump the brakes, I consult my financial advisor and she lets me know, maybe, take a break for a month. I'm like, okay, yeah, a week sounds good. Yeah, that's perfect.
Right. Exactly. That's what you heard, a week. That's hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, obviously there's because this is, the groom room, there could be potential where I'm spending quite a bit of money. So, I mean, if I had to give up everything and focus on one thing, it would be fragrance for sure.
Yeah.
This is definitely what I'm passionate about everything. I can't even say that. I was going to say I'm most passionate about fragrance, but truthfully, I'm passionate about everything. I mean, after all, I do a grooming routine,
Yeah. No, and no, I mean, I know what you're saying, but there is some stigma. It's not the right stigma, but it's there nonetheless, whether we like it or not. And there is some people that feel like if a man is involved in the beauty industry, that might seem weird, but like you said, the problem is with them and not us, so to speak. And so I know it's hard on some people to just come out and say, hey, yeah, I know my best friend in the whole world, his name's AJ. He thinks I'm a little weird, but because he's my best friend, he's supportive. He thinks it's a little weird that I collect cologne, and he doesn't make fun of me, but he does like, dude, you bought another one? Like, he just doesn't care. When I tell him, he's
well, here's the reality. So I have collections. That's a problem. I'm not gonna lie. That's like, there is a point where it's like, okay, you have too much. No, all kidding aside. And yes, I do understand that.
Yeah.
However, I love collecting. And also with that, there's also the other part of it where I don't, well, I guess if you're looking at it in a narrow-minded point of view, yeah, you could say it's hoarding or something like that, or that's weird. Men's beauty. What are you, freak or something like that?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But if you actually look at scientific research, I mean, men that take care of themselves are more attractive to women.
There you go.
I'm not weird at all.
That's the thumbnail to use to promote this thing. Right?
I mean, I'm just saying, and
good point. Love it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Absolutely. I agree with that. So when you started this hobby some years ago, who are the YouTubers that inspire you?
I knew this was coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm Barbara Walters here. I'm asking the tough questions, and someone's going to cry at the end of this.
And just like Justin Timberlake said, it's going to be me. So,
where's Oprah?
It's going to be me. So who did I watch when I started? So I watched, I like to call them the big three. I watched Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, rest in peace. Steven, Red Adolescence, which if anybody, just on a side note quick, if anybody has the time, please go back and watch his older videos. His newer ones too, but just his old ones in particular, because you'll see the evolution of Red Adolescence. Pretty cool. I guess I had some downtime some months ago. And Big Beard Business. I watched Big Beard B.
Yeah. Gotcha. I don't watch him as much, but I watched one or two, but not as much as I should.
Yeah. He has a unique take. For sure. So those were my. Did you
Scent Explorer?
No, neither time. I was supposed to go to Scent Explorer 2 years ago, and I last minute I had to back out. Still upset. But I did want to mention one more channel that I've watched on the regular ever since he came out. Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Man, love his channel. Right. Yeah.
I was just going to tell you the last one was virtual, and that's where I learned about Big Beard. I had no idea it even existed until this past Scent Explorer. So I've watched a few since then.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome. Totally. Yeah. Well, cool. Those were some great choices. I like how you said you got to see Steven evolve. I feel the same way about Dallas. I don't know if you like him or not, but he's 21. He's a young kid. He just turned 21, and just to watch him change right in front of my eyes is pretty amazing. Great reviewer. One of the ones I watched right away.
Isn't that the nice thing about having, because people probably don't realize that you and I came out within like a week or two of each other. Yeah. We started right around the same time.
Yeah.
I think I was uploading before you were, but I think you were actually creating content before me. So because the reason why I say that, and it sounds weird, but I did a lot of stuff over on Instagram. When I decided to make the transition into YouTube, I took the content that was already on Instagram and uploaded that content to YouTube first.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So hey, what the heck?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's cool. Why not just take them over and transfer them? Give you a nice little head start.
Well, it was nice. It's always a nice point of reference for me to go back and watch some of the earlier videos, watch some of the videos now, and kind of see like what's changed, if anything. Am I better? Am I worse? And then I find out it depends on the video.
That's one of the biggest things that surprised you about getting into the fragrance hobby. And I mean, as far as like learning about fragrances, what are some of those things that surprised you?
Some of the things that surprised me actually was the amount of people that I'm actually able to connect with.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the audience.
Yeah, sure.
Because that is what drives me. The amount of people that take the time to watch the videos, which I do track, by the way. The amount of time people watch the videos and, you know, truly, genuinely care about what you have to say and then leave that nice comment. It kind of validates like what you think, you know.
Yeah.
Right before we hit that upload button, you know, at least for me, right before I hit that upload button, I feel good. You know, I feel confident.
Yeah.
If I feel, even after the video is done, if I feel like, no, this is halved, I'll say this needs to be done again. We need to do over. I will come back and re-record. I drive myself crazy sometimes, but if it's not up to what I consider good, I can't release it.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
I'd be doing that to every video.
I drive myself crazy, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy with that. Honestly, the other big surprise is how many people appreciate the content, because listen, there are people, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of fragrance reviewers out there around the whole entire world. And to get subscribers from all over the world and supporters from all over the world is just insane when you think about it. It's crazy. It's awesome. It's very fun. But for me, just like you, Scott, for me, it's all about the community activity. I love the engagement.
Yeah, me too. This whole first year doing this is like everything amazed me. Like you said, the interaction, not knowing that fragrances had a pyramid, not knowing there was a top note, a mid note, you know, just like this, I could go on and on and on, but like so much of it is surprised me. But the product is second and the people are first at the end of the day, and that's all I care about.
That's correct.
Yeah. So that's what I like about it.
And I think, you know, you bring up a great point. And I don't know that a lot of people realize that, is that this is the beginning of your fragrance journey, meaning and implying that you are literally growing right before the camera's eyes, right before the audience's eyes. When you came in, you literally, like you just said it, you didn't know all there is to know. And obviously we're not going to know every single thing, detail, but you know, growing right before the camera's eyes is special, very special.
Yeah, still a long ways to go too. But that's okay. I look forward to that.
It's all good. Are you loving it? Are you loving what you're doing?
Yeah, I do.
That's all that matters.
That's right. I agree. 100%.
That's all that matters.
What's your favorite designer house? If you had to pick one.
Oh, God.
Just one.
It's between Versace, Dior, and Chanel.
Okay, those are good.
I don't know though. Chanel, they have Allure, Homme, Sport Eau Extreme, and Bleu de Chanel Parfum. So I mean,
two good ones. Yeah.
And Dior has Sauvage Parfum.
And YSL, you know, you've got Tuxedo and you've got L'Homme, and I mean, they have so many good ones as well. Why Perfume is good.
Shoot. I'm gonna have to say Chanel.
Well, what about niche then? Who's your favorite niche house? You know, like the house is burning down, the first one you're grabbing.
Oh, I'm grabbing everything. Are you crazy? I'll shoot. Favorite niche house at the moment. Nishane is up there. Zaharoff is up there for sure. Killian is definitely up there.
Mastering those names, I like it.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get all this pronunciation down. You know, I could barely speak English, and here I am trying to learn all these other pronunciations. And
I just stopped saying channel a year ago and say Chanel now. You know, so
it's all, but that's the thing, man. That's what I said. That's why, you know, it makes your channel really special is the true, I mean, evolution from the very beginning, and then there'll never be an end to your channel. So whenever that is.
Yeah, you gotta love that Louis Vuitton.
The what?
Louis Vuitton? Louis Vuitton.
You didn't say that. You didn't. Please tell me you didn't say that.
I said it way back when I was in my 20s and I didn't know about all this stuff.
Oh, you didn't say that on a video though, right?
No. I knew what Louis Vuitton was when I first started making these videos. Don't worry. But I said it, and I said channel in my 20s too. I didn't say that when I was making a video. There was one I butchered, but I cannot remember for the life of me which one it was.
Was it Zaharoff?
No, I've never butchered that one. From early on, I never have. I always had that one right. So.
It could be confusing to some though.
I know.
Zaharoff?
Yeah.
Zaharoff?
Yeah. I watched. He made a YouTube video about it, and I think that's why I got it down. I watched the video where he showed people butchering it. That's pretty funny.
Oh God.
Okay, what's your favorite thing about doing YouTube?
Honestly, I love everything about it. I really do. I love the the idea of what am I going to review next, or what am I going to do next. The tag videos are always extremely fun and stimulating. I have always said that. I mean, there's tons of content that I want to get out there. I just need like 14 days in 1 week. That's all I need. Just need like some extra time,
I can relate to that.
But no,
I was just talking about that today.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's all fun. It's all a blast. And the nice thing is people are starting to reach out, people that you see kind of regularly leaving comments and things like that. They have reached out to me on Instagram and gave me tips. So in some of those, I express in the videos. When they give me great feedback, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna roll with that. I won't. A lot of times I don't want a name shout out, but when I tell them what I'm doing, they know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure. No, I get it.
What about you? What's your favorite thing about it? I'll interview you now, kind of like stepbrother.
No, man, I love you mentioned it a few questions back, the interaction. Like we said, people first, product second. I love, through this pandemic, there's been a few people who've been down and out, and I love checking on those people and helping people. And, there's been so many serendipitous things that have happened to me, people that have talked to me that I've never would have been able to talk to otherwise. And people sending me stuff left and right. I'm not talking about companies. I'm talking about people like you and other people who just, we exchange numbers. Next thing you know, they're sending me vials and vials of stuff. And so I want to make sure I'm not just receiving and I'm giving. So I followed the example and made sure I've, done the same back. And I don't know, I like that part of it, just checking on people, making sure people are doing good. And it's good to do this, for happiness, especially in a time like this when things are so uncertain. Things are so uncertain, and it's a good way for me to get my mind off the real world. I get enough of that as it is. So when I can take my mind off of it for a minute, and this is a good way for me to unwind and relax. And I'm still diving into, and not to make this real long, but I'm still diving on the internet, not just YouTube videos. I'm out there trying to figure out what does vetiver smell like? What is, where does oud come from? I'm reading all that stuff and, buying kits so I can smell what different perfume oils smell like. So I can,
that's
just
key.
Yeah. I'm just all kind of, like, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's just fun. And my family's like been so supportive over it. They haven't looked at me like I was nutty at all, with it. So they've all jumped on board. So that's been surprising too. Maybe not to your face. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because I'm a very menacing person. So yeah, not to my face. They're all afraid of me. Not. But yeah, just the interactions, the people. There's so many people I never would have thought have all these phone numbers on my phone
Right.
and gotten to know people.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I've met some wonderful people through this hobby.
Mhm.
Absolutely incredible people that I wish like lived closer to me, you know, or I
Yeah.
lived closer to them, whichever way you want to look at it. But
Exactly.
hey, you know what? We're all just a phone call away. You know, it's great.
That's right. Yeah. What's your least favorite thing?
Editing.
You are not the first person to say that to me. Yeah, I'm blessed. I don't do any of it. My wife loves it. It's like she's so weird with it. She's like, she won't even let me try.
Oh my God, man. The amount of hours I spend editing. What, you know, I'll share something. I'll share something funny. I guess it's funny, but you know, almost all my videos are like 20-ish minutes long,
Yeah. It's okay.
and then I shrink them, you know, with the editing process.
Yeah. So you say as much as you can and then find what you like?
No, it's just a lot of me rambling and babbling and repeating myself over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, oh my God.
Guilty. My wife says the same thing. She's like, every time I edit these videos, she's like, you say the same thing like 30 times. I'm like, well, I'm so glad I don't have to see it.
Yeah, right. And sometimes though, lately I've been getting a little bit better with that because I've been like training myself, like, listen, make your points, shut the hell up and move on.
Yeah.
So that's always what I'm telling myself in the mirror. I mean, not that I do that. I mean, maybe once in a while. Next question, please.
Listen to Jeremy Fragrance over here. One take, Jeremy Fragrance. That's amazing.
Oh, some of the stuff he says. I mean, editing probably wouldn't be a bad idea once in a while. You know?
What's the one piece of advice you would give to somebody getting ready to start their YouTube channel?
Hit the damn record button.
Right.
Hit the freaking record button. You don't need, and I think some people, not a lot, not all, but I think some people have this like thing in their head where you need to have a $700 camera and $500 studio lights and all this and that, blah, 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 blah. You don't. You need a smartphone. You need one of these. This is all you need. You need a smartphone that has a record button, and you click on the video icon and you hit record and you start. That's where it all begins.
Exactly.
And, you know, as you go through at first you're probably going to think that you're, you know, incredible and people are telling you you're not, and you get upset and you get deflated, and then you make like 7 or 8 videos or maybe 10 or 12 videos. And then you're like, wow, I really don't blame those people. You know, I was really bad back then.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't ever give people that advice like, oh, you have to be unique. You have to be different. No, you don't. You have to be yourself.
Yes.
When you're yourself and you're genuine and you can add value to whatever it is you're talking about, you will grow a following.
Sure. No.
Is it going to grow at a rapid pace? I can't say that it will or it won't. It just all depends. And it all depends on, you know, kind of like the likability factor, you know, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
who knows?
Who knows? Who cares? Just do it. Don't stop doing it. If you love it, just do it. Understand you're going to get some pushback from time to time because we live in a cruel place nowadays in the world where people just want to be negative and miserable and this and that. Water, let it roll like the water off a duck's back. Who cares? You don't know them. Well, you might know them, but you've never met them before. You'll probably never meet them in your life. And who cares?
And it's a reflection
Don't let
of
it bother
you, not you.
Correct.
Yeah. How do we handle the negative commenters that you brought up just a few minutes ago? What do we do about that?
Oh man, I hug them right through the screen. I just want to, like, you know, listen, you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Life's going to be okay. We're going to get you out of your mother's basement in that busted chair of yours. We're going to get you some We can get those Cheeto stains off your T-shirt, and you'll be all right. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So the my point in that, because I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was, but the reality, I mean, I appreciate that, man. I just, you know, that just is on the fly.
Must-see TV. I like it.
My brain is a scary, scary place sometimes. But anyway, what I mean by that is negative comments. I treat them just like everybody else. When you say something negative to me, I'm going to tell you how much I care about you, because I genuinely feel bad for you that that's the way that you have to act and react to, you know, kind of make yourself feel better. You know what I mean? There's other ways. There's other ways. You know, I'm a unique person. I have a very special place in my heart for any type of mental illness that somebody may be going through. And I think that has a lot to do with it too, when it comes to negative commenting. And I would rather you say something positive so that I could say something positive back to you. Or even if you just said hello, you know, I could just kind of say, hello, how are you, back to you.
Yeah.
Who knows? That might change your mood, you know, rather than just, oh, I'm going to ruin this guy's day. Meanwhile, I'm like, look at this guy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay, we don't know. Yeah. We don't know what goes on in these folks' lives, you know?
Do you think it's worth people doing the YouTube videos with it being saturated and so many people making fragrance videos?
It's not saturated though. It's not. There's room for anybody and everybody that wants to create content. I am subscribed to a lot, I don't know the number, but a lot of different grooming channels, and especially fragrances. I watch a ton of fragrance content, and I can't tell you that there's two people that are the same. I don't think there's two people that review fragrances that are the same. I don't. They're so unique and they have different value, and they're all great.
Yeah.
They're all of them. The men, the women, they're all great, and I watch them for different reasons. Yeah, no,
I'm with you. If it's if they're having fun, do it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's saturated. And the economy's plenty of big. Like you were saying, there's room for everybody.
There's room for everybody, man. I don't buy into that.
Gotcha. How do you feel about YouTubers making money? It seems to be a big controversy, especially
I don't really care.
Don't care one way or the other. Me either.
Nope. I could care less. If the YouTubers are and they're content creators, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a very touchy thing.
I know. Good point.
But here, the reality is listen, not for somebody like me, but for these guys that have that have been doing this a number of years, that put, you know, countless of hours, time, energy, effort, video after video after video, taking time away from their personal lives, from their families, things of that nature, to make these videos and this great content for us as an audience, as viewers, to watch. And then, you know, they give us a few recommendations and we're like, yo, they're right on. You kind of, when they release that or upload that next video, after those recommendations, you're like, yo, I got to keep watching. And you get addicted to that person that's addicted to making these videos, you know? My point in all of this is simply this. They are putting an extraordinary amount of time, effort, energy, money into what they are doing. They 100% deserve to get paid. They are deserving of that money.
You ever thought about creating your own scent or having your own scent? Is that something you'd love to have happen?
Absolutely, 100%. I would love to have anything, a fragrance, a hair product, a beard product. It doesn't matter. If and when that day comes, you have no idea how happy that will make me. And the feeling of accomplishment would be through the roof.
I know how happy it would make you, because it's something I would like to do as well. So let's do some fun. Quite not that any of this hasn't been fun, but let's do some of the funner questions now. You ready?
Okay. Nobody's gonna watch this part, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're all gonna watch it, or else.
No, they already fell asleep.
I doubt it. I'm here, so.
Oh, that's true. Thank God.
My halo.
Yeah,
What's your favorite fragrance in your collection?
I don't have one. I really don't.
Answer the question.
I don't have a favorite, I said. I really don't. I love it.
It's
I
my
do
favorite.
love it. But I don't have a signature scent either. I wear whatever I feel like. Whatever my mood says, this is the fragrance that is going to make you either feel better, or even if I feel good, this is just going to make you feel that much better. Whatever I'm inspired by that day, that's what I'm wearing.
How many fragrances do you have in your collection?
I think I'm over 80 now, somewhere in there.
Okay.
80, 90, I don't know.
That one I just showed you, the signature Pour Homme, is the best in my collection for me, period. I like it the best. It checks off all the boxes for me. It smells the best. It lasts well on me. My wife loves it. I get compliments all the time from it. So it's that home run for me out of all the ones I own.
Oh, so, yeah. Zaharoff is a great one for sure.
All right. Other than fragrances, and you're passionate about fragrances and hair care and all that stuff, what is another hobby that you're very passionate about?
Of men's grooming, I've been playing drums since I was 16. So that's awesome. That's my other hobby. So that was like 5 years ago when I started playing. No,
I'm not. You in a band?
I am. I'm in a band. We are called the MDG Crew. Scott's gonna leave links down below for that too.
I will. 100% I will. You guys are on YouTube?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. And
tell me the name of it again.
The MDG Crew. M is in Matthew, D is in David, G is in George.
Okay.
We're on Instagram as well.
Oh, you're going to get another follower in a minute.
Oh, shoot.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Did not know that. I knew you played because I've seen you post, pics and stuff, but I didn't know the name of the band and whatnot. What kind of music do you guys play?
We are a party band. So we do pop, rock, alternative rock, grunge. We cover a lot of genres.
Wait, I was just going to ask you who you were inspired by, like in music, because that is one of the questions I ask everyone.
So many. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. My God, when I was a little kid, I used to listen to the older Aerosmith stuff, Heart, Rush, Kiss, Eddie Money. Pearl Jam is my all-time favorite band. Wow. Some of the 80s hair metal, MTV was extremely popular when I was a kid. So I used to watch the music videos, and most of those bands that I listened to were from my mom's era, but my mother's era. But when I started getting into music like my own, finding my own taste, that's what was the grunge era exploded. So that's what I was influenced by, and what I'm still influenced by as well. Also, the classic rock genre. So as you can imagine, my forte as far as drumming is concerned is rock.
Okay, cool, awesome. Like it. I'm a big Chili Peppers guy.
Yep, love the Chili Peppers. So yeah, rock, fusion, funk. I kind of jam it all together.
Yeah, I like U2. Big, probably a band you wouldn't like, but I'm a big NXS guy. Love NXS. So those are the kind of three I like.
Okay. No, I don't well, no, that's not true. There's a lot I dislike, but no, we're safe here.
Safe space. That's one thing that people would be surprised to know about you.
What's one thing? I don't know. I'm not a handyman.
You're not a handyman?
At all, no.
Oh, okay. That is surprising.
And I'm not in the cars either. I don't give a damn.
No?
No.
Okay.
Like, I go to the store when the windshield wipers aren't working anymore. I buy a new set. I put gas in the thing, and that's where it ends. Oh, I do clean it, but I mean that's it.
Yeah. You do have to
And then
check your turn signal fluid from time to time.
I'm not one of those people. I have. Oh, this may be another thing. This may be the actual thing that people would be surprised by. I have a lot of pet peeves, and I have a serious case of OCD.
Is one of your pet peeves being interrupted?
Next question.
I'm sorry. You used to like me until this interview. What is your favorite movie?
I still kind of like you. We're getting close, though.
I know, right? My wife says the same thing.
No, she's not there. My favorite genre of movies, I love horror movies. I also love, classic movies. Scarface, Goodfellas is probably my all-time favorite movie. Things like that.
All right. So what is your scent of the day? The Florist. The stuff you've been sniffing on the whole time.
Florist Elite. So good. This is a woody aromatic. This came out way back in the day. And that's what it is. I also get, what's your scent of the day?
I'm wearing, I don't know if you heard of Hildago. Small.
Hildago.
Yeah, I'm wearing Cherry Noir today. So that's my scent of the day.
Nice. What do you get? What kind of vibes are you getting? I'm
getting a very smooth cherry vibe. Very, there's a nutty accord in there, and it's kind of a beautiful scent. But it's not. It doesn't project hard. Projects about arm's length, and it's just a beautiful scent. It was a little cool today, a little rainy, so I thought I'd drag that one out.
Yeah, same here. Cool, rainy.
It's kind of got the same ingredients that Guerlain has, but it doesn't smell similar in the least bit, with the nutty vibe and the cherryness. Cherryness. Yeah. Cherryness is a word.
Now it is.
Hashtag cherryness. Yeah, exactly.
There's probably a hashtag for it. I would not be surprised.
Any big things coming for the channel? Anything exciting going on?
You think I'm going to say that on the World Wide Web? No, there really isn't. There's just more of the same stuff. This week it's I have some beard related content coming. Next week I have a couple hair product things to take care of, and then we move
awesome.
back into fragrances. The fragrance content though, the fragrance fans will be really excited about. I think I'm excited. So hopefully I get that same excitement from the audience. This is something that I've been planning for quite some time. Should have done it sooner, but as they say, better late than never. Great. I really do. I love watching you and the channel grow right before our eyes. In my opinion, I think every video gets better and better and better. And you could tell like how passionate you are about this and how bad you want it, and that's awesome. I love what you bring to the community, and folks like you to watch and get to know on a personal level are a breath of fresh air, and you give me hope that you give me hope for humanity.
Thank you, man. Well, the privilege and pleasure is all mine. I'm really glad that I've met you. I'm glad that we're running together. It's fun to run with somebody when you're doing this, to run together.
I agree.
And, that's fun. And all kidding aside, I enjoy the banter and enjoy the friendship. And I like the, you're always willing to give advice and support. And,
100%.
If somebody wants to knock me down, you're always trying to, who is it? Let me have their name. I love that about you. And so one thing about Dave is Dave has always got your back. So if you guys are friends, this is a good person to follow and become friends with, because he's going to have your back. And
support. It's what I do.
You always give me cool advice. And I really appreciate you. I'm so cool that we started at the same time. You've got a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
One thing you have that I don't have is you're extremely funny. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm attracted to your channel is you have that that funniness that's forced when I do it. No, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, please, fragrance community, please follow this guy. Show him some love. Show him your support. Let's watch this guy and let's
I appreciate
do this.
it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm all about it.